I'm just going through what we've got. Welcome to the first episode of the Pretty Good Feed. This is a show by myself, Darren Robertson, and my good friend Pete Rogers. We're two guys live in Byron, live in the sort of Byron Shire, and we just thought we'd put a show together showing people how to cook some stuff using little grills and campfires and sort of no fancy equipment, but in locations like this, using stuff that we pick up from in and around the area, from farmers markets, honesty boxes, a little bit of foraging, a bit of fishing, and yeah, that's it. And we'll see how it goes. Go again. All right, cool. So we thought we'd kick off. So we've come down to this beautiful part of Bruns, and we're gonna cook up some breakfast. So I went to the fish market. Oh yeah, he's got a log. So we've blown the budget today. We've got an assistant, Lucas from Buenos Aires. That's just paid for itself right there. Thank you. I'm just gonna unpack the car. What do you reckon around here? Or a bit more over here? So this is today's cooking equipment. So that's what we're going to cook our bread on. And really that's the only cooking. We'll cook up some flatbread. I've got some herbs and bits and pieces, so we'll smother it in herbs and olive oil. Cook him up, fry a couple of eggs off. I've got some, the spanner crab and prawns, throw that together. Pimp up some mayonnaise, and then that will be our breakfast. God for that, I thought I forgot the yogurt. Oh Christ. It's a fairly simple recipe. So for us, we've just got like a handful of herbs, some eggs, some shellfish. In our case, we've got some prawns and spanner crab. And then for our bread, we just need some yogurt, self-raising flour, and a pinch of salt. So I'll make that first, because ideally the bread wants to rest a little bit. And I was going to make this ahead, but I want this to be quite I want it to be quite realistic. I don't want to stitch you guys up at home. So for this, it's pretty much equal parts yogurt, and self-raising flour, like a rough measure. It's quite a forgiving recipe. A little bit of salt. It's quite a chefy thing. This just always have a spoon pot nearby. So this will take about 4 or 5 minutes. So we'll just mix him up, and it will come together, and it will form a little dough, and then we'll knead it for about 3 or 4 minutes, just to get the party started, just to give it a little bit of elasticity. Rest him up, and whilst this is resting, we'll pick down our spanner crab and prawns. You smell that? Like toast. You smell it?
Flour or is it toast?
No, it's someone's making toast. So yeah, it's not too shabby, the view this morning. 4 or 5 minutes of kneading. I like to slap it, and it's got that sort of hollow sound. Right, so that's it. So I'll just leave him to rest now for about 10-15 minutes whilst we faff around with our other stuff. Cut. So these prawns, so it's Queensland prawns, these have been steamed, and some spanner crab, which is locally caught. There's a load around at the moment. They're quite beautiful creatures. And usually you get about 20-25% yield. So obviously it's a lot of shell. It is a lot of picking, but I quite like it. Often I'll just go and buy one. It sounds super nerdy, but often I'll just go and buy one and finish work and sit outside with a cold beer and just pick it and just eat it with like bread and lemon and hot sauce, and just almost go into a bit of a trance, just zone out. Like, I just love it, and it's super messy, but they're so delicious. This is where they launched the stand-up paddle boards. Pete's just informed me, so we're gonna have some company in a minute. Okay, there we go. One down, 50 to go. Hello, how are you? You all right?
Sorry, I didn't realize you.
Fucking hell. So Right, so there's our prawns. That's sorted. I just want to kind of quickly show you how to peel the spanner crab. So with this guy, peel off the shell, and you want to get rid of all these little kind of dead man's fingers. They're kind of like really furry and not very edible, so I'll get rid of these. So these have all got meat in, like it is a bit of a workup, and my missus hates it, but it is worth it. So if you've got time, I've just got a little, like a pair of scissors, and you cut them open, and maybe like a little chopstick or like a little fork, and you can just prise out the meat, and it's delicious. And also, when I want to try and keep some of this, so you can see all these juices coming out, so I want to try and save all that, because that's really, really flavoursome. So then, so a lot of the meat is in here, so I'm just going to split this in 2 or 3 pieces. To make our life easier, I like to cut across again. Right, so. But you can see, like, there's so much meat in this. Look at that. I'm just going to chop some of these prawns up just so they're a bit. Oh fuck, let's leave them whole. This is. So that's enough. So to be honest, I've kind of run out of steam. So that's plenty. Clean up a little bit. Yeah. Make it look like a proper cooking show, eh, Pete? All right, so the bread's at about 5-10 minutes resting. Maybe that's a bit wet. No, she's all right. I've got some coriander, a bit of mint, parsley, and a little bit of baby cos, which goes really nice with prawns. That sort of prawn cocktail kind of vibe. So a little bit of coriander, touch of parsley. Just a little bit. I quite like a little bit of mint. You don't want to go too gnarly, otherwise you sort of taste like toothpaste. Just a couple of fresh mint leaves. So for this, I was thinking maybe capers, but I've got these. This is Neptune's necklace. So this just grows on the coast, typically on a rock. It's not dissimilar to a caper. It kind of pops in your mouth. So then we pickle this in either spent kombucha or a vinegar. So the apple cider is great. So we'll pickle that for a couple of days, and we'll use that as our capers. Fennel from the garden, and that's it. Just a few little herbs. I don't want to stitch you up, but I kind of want to use some a bit of onion. Is that going to add these to our little herbs, and maybe just for a bit of fun, a little bit of fresh chili as well. Pop that to one side, and now we're going to start rolling our doughs. So you want to get these as thin as you can. I'm going to pop a little bit of oil on it to get the party started. You can see it's starting to bubble up already. So you give that, I don't know, a minute or so on one side. And I'll just drizzle a bit of oil on the other side. Touch more salt. Got a few little herbies on that other side. All right, so I'm just going to take this off. It smells amazing. So I think here come the paddle boarders. So crack an egg. We've got our herbs and lettuce, our crab, and then I've got a little bit of mayonnaise here. So I'm just going to build these up. So I'll start with a little bit of mayo, like so, and then some of this delicious crab and prawns. How many do you want, Pete? 3? Just some herbs. So I've just got a little bit of our lettuce, bit of coriander, and I'll hit this with a little bit more salt and pepper. A touch more olive oil. So I'm just going to hit it with a bit of smoked paprika too. Fuck's sake, the plaster. So I'm going to hit that with a little bit of smoked paprika. And you can get it around the plate if you want to do the odd restaurant. And to be honest, like, I'd be happy with that. So if I was having that for lunch, that'd be cool. And I'd just roll that up and I'd smash that. So but because it's breakfast, I'm just going to stick a fried egg on that. But I am so stoked with that. How does that look? Pete, this looks awesome. You like it? We got there in nick of time. Paddleboarders are waiting. Would anyone want to try this? This is our first dish of our episode 1. It's a massive show. It's crab and prawns and a fried egg. I'll cut it in half so you can maybe have a share. So it's spanner crab and prawns. And we've got like a little salad and a fried egg in this. We just made these little flatbreads.
Okay.
So you just roll the thing. You can do it if you want. You can just roll it up and then just chow down. It's going to be super messy. Do you want me to do it?
Okay.
Don't be scared. Look at that.
Thank you. Oh my god, that's incredible.
Good.
Is it all right?
Absolutely amazing. Thank you.
No worries.
Wow,
Cheers.
Thank you guys.
No worries. Good luck out there. Roll him up. Right, that's it. There we go. There's Brekky right there. I'm so happy with that. That's actually really good. That's actually really good.